Welcome back to my Goose Reviews. All right, y'all. So Jay-Z's Freestyle, The Roots Picnic, definitely got some responses, quick, fast, in a hurry. Definitely got some people in their feelings, man. But we're going to talk about it right here, right now. Anyway, before we do that, we just passed 1,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 2,000. After that, we're going 10,000, 100,000. We're going to be in the middle. We're going to claim it will happen. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the like button at the bottom. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for all my new subscribers. All right, y'all, man. So I already did a review on Jay-Z's Freestyle, The Roots Picnic. Thought it was dope, man. I thought it was a really great freestyle. Loved the way how he did it a cappella, and it was the second song on the whole set list, man. I actually saw the whole set list. Somebody put it up. Jay didn't even go through all his hits. That's the crazy thing. He didn't even go through all his hits. He had so many songs that he left off the table, but that was the second song, and it garnered the most attention out of the whole show. Of course, it was nice to see State Property reunite and everything, but that freestyle definitely got everybody talking, and that's one thing you can say, that I'm gonna talk about ageism and why I think that it doesn't matter, especially to hip hop now, and especially in this conversation. But anyway, man, certain people that are definitely in their feelings. I mean, it was going to happen, because my thing is, when I thought about it, I was like, Jay hasn't said anything about these people in a long time, but Dame Dash has always been speaking about him, in different interviews and everything like that. I know, of course, Kanye, he did his whole Twitter rant and all that kind of stuff. Of course, Nicki Minaj, Drake did some on Iceman. So he's rebuttaling to all the people who had something to say. Jaguar Wright, she's another one. So, especially when he gets out there, drops a dope freestyle, takes shots at everybody. He didn't leave nobody off who was going at him, And that, of course, it's going to have people like DJ Akademiks come out. Dame Dash, he responded with a post. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, the article comes from hotnewhiphop.com. DJ Akademiks was one of the people who did respond, and so was Dame Dash. Now, when Dame Dash responded, it was in a post, but it had, Goofy from Disney, Goofy, but with Jay-Z's, his afro and the clothes that he had on, the Roots Picnic, pretty much, calling Jay a Goofy and everything like that, because we all know what Jay said about Dame in there, that chatty patty down in his luck again, and his teeth falling out and all that kind of stuff, which we did see Dame Dash teeth fall out while he was on live, So, yeah, and that was a crazy moment, because I remember 50 Cent going at him too, so everybody was like, yo, Dame Dash teeth fell out on live. So, yeah, I mean, that did happen. Now, again, the thing about Jay and Dame is they have history. They have history. We all know about Rockefeller, how big Rockefeller was and everything like that. And, of course, even with the whole, rights for reasonable doubt and everything like that still going on, it's a battle. It's a battle right now, between the two of them. And it hasn't been the same. I know Jay and Biggs, they're still cool. Their relationship is still, there. But as far as Dame, nah, Jay and Dame, man, it's only God knows as far as that one. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion. Now, DJ Akademiks, we all know DJ Akademiks for being Drake's #1 supporter. His #1 supporter, always being in his corner. Very, 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 very biased towards Drake. You know what I mean? But article comes out saying that, he did respond. Now, this is one his reading it off, it says, DJ Akademiks talked about this on his Twitter post, saying he started his comments last night by saying, Hov is unhinged, joking about Alzheimer's. I like the fro. Bro finally owned up to stabbing Rivera 30 years ago. The streamer and commentator wrote, nah, Jigga, on timing. Who he mad at, though? Seems like he's spiraling. Nobody been mad at him. Calm down, Hov. Don't catch a body, right? At least we know Jay-Z a fan of Iceman. It's okay, champ, the journalist at it. DJ Akademiks saying the journalist. Jay-Z literally went to rap for 4 minutes a cappella because he thought Drake dissed him on Iceman. Bro got a whole Yankee Stadium show he could have done it at, but Iceman bars getting to him, and he ran to Philly to get it off his chest. Now, this is what you call someone who's trying to twist the narrative. What DJ Akademiks is doing right here is he's trying to twist the narrative, because all that does is, I feel like when you do stuff like this, you're trying to downplay the listener as well, especially for listeners of hip hop and stuff. When I heard Iceman, I knew he was going at Jay-Z. Drake directly dissed Jay-Z on Iceman, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z came back at Drake. Like he said, yo, I'm playing all offense in 2026. Drake literally dissed Jay-Z on Iceman. So for DJ Akademiks to put this out here, come on, man. The OVO fans, of course, they're going to eat it up. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to challenge it at all. But for those who know, like, nah, man, that's the problem with Drake and his fan base is that, they twist narratives and they like to play the victim, you know what I mean? Instead of like standing on it. And at the end of the day, for him saying this, he's just saying that, oh, yeah, man, you thought Drake dissed you. Like, nah, you're not standing on it. Drake did diss Jay-Z. And Jay-Z came back at him. And Jay-Z's verse was tough, you know what I'm saying? Especially how he broke down how he's, signed to the label and everything, and his contract. It was very, very good how he doesn't look up to him, and shouts out to Chilla with Moni again. Like I said, she did do that breakdown of like Young Money and how they are inspired by Jay, and just from, from Wayne You know how Jay has helped him and stuff like that, from Nicki Minaj, and even to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he did go to Marcy Projects to film that video and all that kind of stuff. He's definitely inspired by Jay-Z. And they have worked together in the past and they have gone at it. And right now they're going at it. And to sit here and say this, like I said, it just downplays the listener, in my personal opinion. Like, you know what I mean? To kind of play like they're dumb just to twist the narrative. And I don't like that. I don't like twisting the narratives. Like, just stand on it, be a man about it. He dissed him and he got dissed back. So yeah, to sit here and say he ran to Philly, it's crazy. Says DJ Akademiks, this is Jay-Z, goes on. From there, Akra sided Drizzy's Janice, shut the F up. This on Rock Nation Mogul. The jig is up and brought up how Jay-Z previously criticized rap battles. Iceman really got a ninja acting out of order, he wrote. DJ Akademiks also questioned Jay-Z's distance towards Nicki Minaj, arguing it's not like him to bring up other people's children. For those unaware, he seemed to reference her husband, Kenneth Petty's ex-offender status, and how this provides distance with the kids. That's exactly what it was. Again, man, Akademiks really ain't hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of bars definitely fly over his head. Like, I mean, shoot, not even a month ago, he realized that Jay-Z wrote Still Dre. You know what I'm saying? For Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg. He didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But to sit here and call him a journalist of hip hop, I think that's absolutely disrespectful to journalists in hip hop to say that. I mean, he didn't even know that. And that's like common knowledge. You know what I'm saying? In the hip hop community, that, yeah, Jay did write that song for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. He wrote that whole song. So yeah. And at the end of the day, the thing with this Nicki Minaj, that was a kind of like a triple entendre. I mean, the way he just, because the whole Ken, she's the Barbie, and I think her husband's name is Ken, but also Ken is in kinfolk because her brother's he's an ex-offender as well. So that was like a triple on that one. So he wasn't dissing her kids. That was definitely a diss at Nicki Minaj. Since Akademiks claimed he let Tory Lanez know of Jay disses towards him, let the games begin. He claimed the Brooklyn rapper is spiraling because the OVO mogul broke one of Billboard's records on Iceman. Finally, Akademiks dissed DJ Head for praising Jay's set after editing too hard for the radio, and also clown LeBron James for losing 0-4 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Anyway, man. Yeah, I mean, somebody said it right here. Number one comment said, I mean, bro is on Drake's payroll. Even got him an OVO chain. I would be riding him hard for him too. Yeah, exactly. And that's the end of the day, man. He everything you can't say, it's not even with a grain of salt. You already know he's going to be biased with anything. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even take his word, you can't even take his word for what it is, because you already know what he's going to be. I mean, in a situation like this, he's always going to side with Drake, no matter right or wrong. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, he is on that OVO payroll. It is what it is. He can't sit here and say that he isn't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Also with Dame Dash, like I said, I knew Dame was going to say something back because, yeah, Dame's definitely doing all these interviews and everything like that. And of course, like, him and Jay-Z right now is bad blood. So we're going to see as far as Nicki Minaj and Drake. Yeah, more than likely, but I'm not holding my breath for it. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, I don't respect, especially Drake when it comes to the disses. Nicki herself, I don't know. But like I said, that freestyle was amazing. Anybody out here on the line saying that freestyle was whacking all that kind of stuff, bro, you do not get hip hop, bro. You do not get hip hop. I mean, don't get me wrong. People have taste and all that kind of stuff, but you just saying, that's what I mean to bring it back around for the ageism part. Jay-Z's old, he's close to 60 years old. Jay-Z's what, 56, something like that? You know what I'm saying? He's too old to be up there. Like, that's the problem I had with hip-hop. And I did a video not too long ago saying ageism in hip-hop is dead. It's officially dead because we saw the legends come back and drop great music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, from the Masterfield projects that dropped last year, from the Clips albums, Jay-Z's back outside. These guys are still rapping at a very high level. That music is still there. And the older you get, I mean, their pen is still there. You know what I'm saying? And the lyrics, they just getting better. Whereas, there are some younger ones out there, but it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough in my personal opinion. Everything is just the vibes. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, man, you got to give the people something to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? You got to give the people something. Hip hop is many different subgenres, but at the same time, I feel like you can just get lost in the sauce if everything is just vibes, 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 vibes. You know what I mean? And these guys stood the test of time because they gave you vibes, but they also, gave you knowledge with their music a lot. So like Nas is a great example of somebody like that. You know what I mean? He has the hits, he has bops, but at the same time, he gave you, when you got songs like One Mic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so many different songs, So I feel the same way with Jay, the whole thing of, kind of diminishing his freestyle just based off his age. It just goes to show the mentality of a lot of people. They don't understand hip hop, in my personal opinion. I think that that's very detrimental to the genre itself to just sit here and downplay it just because of his age. No, because the skill set is definitely there. He's rapping better than some of your favorite rappers. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, man. The greats are still out here and they're still making moves, man. This definitely right here garner attention. So I think there's definitely going to be more people that have something to say about it. But anyway, man, this is close to a 10-minute video. I really do appreciate you guys. If you stuck around, just for me rambling, like I said, I'm just thinking off the top of the dome. But overall, like I said, I love the freestyle. I knew people were going to have something to say. So we're going to see what happens next, especially come July. You know what I'm saying? That Reasonable Doubt show and the Blueprint show and that third show. Hey, man, it's going to be interesting. I definitely think new music is on the way. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon.